Hi everyone. Hi everyone. I can't speak. Anyway, hi, it's cherryenchantress. You know that little commercial clip that I did, I had to do several times because I'm just sometimes I'm not so quick on my feet when it comes to talking. You'd be surprised. Anyway, welcome. Welcome everybody, all my returning subscribers and anyone visiting. It's Cherry Enchantress. My channel is Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust, and we're about to do your weekly reading from your person. A lot of people ask me, what do you mean by person? And it can vary from a crush, somebody you're just thinking of, all the way to the twin flame soulmate, a deep love, that intense one that really vibrates strong or whatever. I don't like to label things. And in a general sense, even the crushes could have a potential to be turned into something bigger. So just, whoever you're thinking about, if somebody's special to you. And if there's nobody special in mind, maybe there's somebody that's going to appear in these cards that will come to you in your future. Well, this is mostly for people who already have at least kind of an inkling of someone they're thinking about. And I mean, it does kind of turn deeper sometimes, so just be loose. If you don't resonate with this message, then maybe it's not for you. But we're gonna have 3 objects, as I usually do. I'm using my 3 decks plus a bunch of other ones. So this is the Enchanted Romance Tarot, and today I'm going to use my special edition, my expanded edition holographic deck. And it was in the shop for just a half a day, and then it already sold out. So I have to order some more of that if anybody's interested. Then the Enchanted Embrace and the Erotic Enchantment. And more to come. I'm working on a fairy oracle deck to help. This is the one I've been working on since I started the channel, to help predict the future. It's Fairy Forecast Part 2. So our objects today are feathers. I've been wanting to use them as markers ever since this beautiful blue jay feather was left at my front door, my side door, and I was like, oh, thank you, bluebirds. I have a special affinity for them. I feel like I want to tell you the little story. There was one day my yard needed to be, seriously, the grass was really getting high, and this bird outside was making so much noise and almost ran into my window, and it kept making noise all around, and my daughter was looking out the window in the kitchen. She's like, there's a little birdie out there. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I think the mother bird was trying to let me know that there's a little bird stuck in the weeds. So I went outside to have a look, and the little birdie was just kind of sitting there. He was a little bluebird, and he couldn't get out. He felt surrounded, and I was gonna pick him up, but I wasn't sure if I should or not. So I reached down, and then he hopped, and so I was like, okay, good. So he hopped all the way. I followed him all the way until he got into a tree, and then he kind of hopped up the tree, and he was fine. I don't think he was injured or anything. I think he was just a little disoriented and lost. But so it's kind of the bluebird came to me to ask for help, which was wow, the birds are asking for my help, which is so sweet. I mean, it makes me wonder, is there any communication in the animal community out there, the cats let the birds know, hey, she's cool, or whatever. I don't know, but anyway, that was a very touching thing that happened that day, and so birds are very special to me. I'm not sure where I got this one, but also a little feather, a little one, kind of bumped up, and a nice, almost quill-like feather. This one was really pretty too. This one, it looks like it's probably a pigeon or a dove or something feather. That they could be from the same kind of bird, the smaller part of their plume. Anyway, so these are feathers that have just been dropped. This one definitely was dropped at my door, the same place that one was dropped. So and I know the cats try to chase them too, and sometimes it's some kind of situation like that. That's a long explanation. I hope you don't mind, but sometimes I like to share little stories. Okay, well, that being said, these are your 3 feathers to choose from. I know you might be tempted to choose the bluebird because of the story and how pretty it is, but maybe the feather that you're meant to pick is something completely different. So, sometimes small is not small, and sometimes, gray is not gray. I don't know. Maybe you could also like to place your hand over each one to feel which one's hot. But let's go ahead and just breathe anyway. Let's push out your breath. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Release your breath. Open your eyes. And now decide if you're going to be 1, 2, or 3. Let's begin. Okay, here's pile number 1 with the blue feather. I saw a cardinal today. That would be nice if I can find a red feather. Then I can add that to my feather collection. All right, so we're going to go with the Enchanted Embrace first. Let's see what your person might have to say to you. Person of interest, the one, your other half, maybe even your husband or boyfriend, and maybe for some reason you haven't been in communication, whatever the case may be. Maybe they had to go overseas, maybe something like that. Maybe you had a fight. It can be those kinds of things as well. I thought something flipped over, but I was wrong. Okay, let's see. What is the message from your person? I want a good flipper. Or more than one. Several flippers. I'll take that one. That seems. Are you coming to the tree? We've had this before. There's a place, a destination in the works. A place where nobody dared to go. Let's see what else. I know you have options. Why me? Your person wants to know why you like them so much. Maybe because you like them. Maybe it's just mutual. Ooh, you are sweet perfume like a desert rose. Well, speaking of desert rose, I'm gonna go get the desert rose and keep it here for good energy. All right, I just had to go get it. This is the Goddess box in July had desert themes, so came with the desert rose. I think it's meant for me. Let's see, anything else? Oh, here we go. You are mine. Here's a bunch. You make me feel alive. How did I get so lucky? You are wonderful. I would be honored to meet you. Definitely looks like a place that is coming into the forefront. You're meeting somewhere, and they feel honored. They feel lucky. They want to hold you and possess you like you're theirs. They also feel so lucky. They're wondering, you have options and why you're choosing them. So they have a bit of insecurity. Why do these guys have insecurity? I don't know, but anyway, let's see what else they want to tell you through the Erotic Enchantment. I got coffee in my finger. Okay, there. That one looks pretty looking. Coffee kind of contrasts with pink nails. All right, let's see. What was that one? Oh, I knew this was going to come out again. Why? Somebody's alone. Maybe they're alone. The last time this came out, I was thinking, maybe this has to do with masturbation. They want to see you, or they like to watch you, like you're alone, you're away from them. So some of you might be in separation and they like to watch you. But in general, the alone card is just pretty much saying that you're doing fine all on your own. You don't need them, but it would be wonderful to have them in your life, right? You want them, you just don't need them. So there's a big difference between wanting and needing, and it's a great difference. It's like this rock, being whole. This piece is whole, fine, right? Or this piece would be the feminine. She's fine. Look at how pretty. But wow, together, it doesn't necessarily make a prettier rock, but it does make a bigger rock, a whole and complete rock. All right, let's do some tarot. This deck is pretty big, jam-packed full of cards. So, and now you can see how well it shuffles, because I don't think I ever did a shuffle for everybody. It shuffles pretty well, even on sequence. And actually, I can do the regular card shuffle trick. Let me get up and show you. It's these nails, though. Okay. Here we go. Like that. Well, sort of. All right. Let's see. Let's see what's going on in your situation. You might have to, somebody might have to kind of sneak away to get to that tree. The Six of Pentacles is like the nostalgia card, and the feeding. It's not necessarily nostalgia, but it could be a little bit. But there's like kind of responsibilities here, but a generosity. And then, so there doesn't need to be a need to steal because they want to give to you freely. But he's kind of the wounded hero. So I think there's going to be this big journey. So first of all, he's going to try to make it to you. And, once he gets to you, he's just like, he's really sorry it took so long. He's sorry that so much happened on the way. He got wounded on the way. He got beat up. He got robbed, whatever. And he tried to make it to you. And now he's finally in your arms. And you, it's like the prodigal son, no matter what he's done wrong, you forgive him and you feed him. You feed him. So yeah, that's nice. We'll just leave it at that. Let's see what other messages we have. Wait. We're going to use Queen Sugars. Let's see. Okay. Give it a one shuffle. What else does he have to say? What does he have to say? Ooh, I hear my ears ringing. And I feel a little shaky. I ate too, that's weird. Why do you still love me after all that I've done? See, that's what he's wondering. It's like, how did he get so lucky, And I know you have options. Why me? And why do you still love me? He has all these insecurities and questions, but maybe he didn't treat you so well, or maybe he tried to, but because of circumstances being what they were, he didn't treat you as well as he feels like he should have. And, well, let's see. Let's just answer with the pink cards. Let's see why you still love him after all he's done. Let's see. Okay. Why do you still love me after all I've done? Well, let me tell you. I know there was a time where, don't give up on me just because you're feeling a little insecure about stuff. Don't give up on me or on us. Sometimes I just stare at my phone and become stuck. Well, yeah, maybe, they want to, so you, as the feminine, or, you can mix that around. So sometimes the masculine and the feminine are different from the male and the female, and the querent and the cross watcher. So you decide where you are in this picture. But yeah, I mean, I think, let's see now. We'll find out more the why. Why are you guys still together with the romance angels? Let's see. What do the romance angels have to say about it all? Let's see. Well, chemistry. Definitely a lot of magnetic chemistry. I mean, sometimes, it should be more than chemistry to keep people together, but maybe it's just something about this chemistry that's just never been experienced before. It's like, this is the most intense, strangest chemistry I've ever felt with anyone, and I just got to figure this out, I really have to figure this out. Why we have this? What is up with this? Are we destined? Are we just weird random people who have chemistry, or is there something more that we're meant to do or be together, be in this lifetime? Let's see what our keepers of the light have to say. They are our twin flames, and they might give us some better clues here. What to do about this situation, or why you guys are together, or why you think about each other, why you have a chemistry. Ooh, Melchizedek. Cool. Let's see what he has to say. He hasn't come out yet. Well, I haven't done very much of this, but I have done a few private readings with these. And one other pick a card. So let's see what Melchizedek has to say. I know you guys wonder sometimes why I get short breath. I don't know what it is. It's sort of like I get excited. It's like when the energy goes through me, it's almost like running, I don't know how to explain it, but anyway, I have to relax. Okay, so Melchizedek is talking about higher learning. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further the progress. Okay, so there's a lot of experience here for sure on both sides. A lot of ups and downs and pains and whatever. There's been some inner work, but I feel like at least I'm feeling the masculine needs to do a little more inner work. Melchizedek is a high priest who is mentioned in the Bible's book of Genesis and many other sources too. He is here to assist the earth through the ascension process, which is basically moving everyone and everything back to a state of love and harmony. He appears with bright light around him and a long white beard to match his ancient high priest ways, and is said to have his own order of light-filled priests who are able to help spiritual people develop their gifts and qualities. As he works on a high energetic level, we can connect with him through our sacred geometry and by focusing on ancient star-shaped symbols. I need to start working on ancient geometry, I think. Maybe that's my next step. You have learned so much to this point and are learning more every day. You are recognizing all the great lessons your experiences and challenges have brought to you and are preparing for a transition or inner ascension where you will move beyond another level of fear into the inner sanctum of your heart and soul. Become aware of patterns, ancient symbols, and signs being sent to you from the universe. There's a sense you are now able to focus in a new way and offer greater light to the world. Melchizedek and his order are with you now, leading you towards spiritual wisdom. Meditate and connect with their light. So maybe together you guys have this destiny. This could definitely be the twin flame situation where there is a higher connection to the universe, to the world, and being light workers, bringing a new level of awareness to humanity. So so maybe your chemistry is so strong because it's there for a reason. It's there for you not to ignore each other, to keep being pulled back to each other like magnets. Okay, so let's do charms. I was thinking of something, but now I know. The feathers, when I decided to, I thought I was going to do a pick a card and the message and the theme be signs from the universe. And, you know, like feathers are signs. And so pay attention to those things, yeah. So just by even stumbling upon this reading with feathers, that's a sign already, right? Especially if you're a visitor, and like a lot of your subscribers and watch every single video, which is great and I love, but especially if you're a visitor and you stumble upon this message, this kind of, you know, is something very symbolic, I think. Something almost got hooked on my finger. All right, let's take a look. What do we got here? I'll pick this up closer so you can see. You have AC/DC. There's like this electricity energy between you. Asia, only time will tell. The cameras to me is like FaceTime and Zoom and maybe taking photographs. You know what? Okay, well, I don't know. It's not zooming in that good. And lots of drinking going on though, so there could be a possible date or meeting where you guys are able to enjoy each other's company and get drunk. You have the letter J. What's J doing in here? See, that's a sign right there, because J is supposed to be in the Scrabble box. There's a car here. It's a little drive. The reindeer could indicate like Christmas or the end of the year, or someplace cold. So if you're in a different hemisphere where it's cold, could represent that. Number 23, so maybe the 23rd of the month. Smile, airplane. I don't think I would fly right now, but at least, at the very least, it can represent traveling. And then you have this is smile, made with a smile. Maybe you have a beautiful smile. You got the wheel, which is, oh, thank God we're back direct, and Mercury is direct again, and communication should be getting better, and pay attention to cycles. And also, sometimes the wheel makes me think of getting off that loop, you know, like finally make a decision where you're not going round and around and around, but you're actually now not in a loop anymore. The Pentacles might be saying the same thing, but the Pentacles can also mean money coming your way. Sword of Truth. Truth is coming out. And the fact that you're just really beautiful. You're the desert rose. And you have the key to each other's heart. You know what? Normally I would just say, I wouldn't pay too much attention to the tennis racket. I would just say, well, playing tennis, outdoor activities. But I just suddenly saw back, forth, back and forth, back and forth. You know, the ball is in your court now. Could be like that. Or the ball is in his court. Something like that. Oh yeah, I see you have 2 smiles. The smile is real important here. You know what? I'm going to have to do a when will the coronavirus end reading, because, and see if the charms can help us out. This actually kind of looks like it, doesn't it? Coronavirus looks kind of pretty, actually, sadly. Yeah, it's not that great. And speaking of that, my ex-husband got it, but he survived and he's doing better. So thank you for your prayers. Those of you who sent like positive light out there for me and my family and stuff. And my kitty's doing better. All right, you guys. Well, that is it for pile number 1. I hope you like that. Big hugs to all my beautiful sparkles of light, and members and subscribers and visitors. Thank you for stopping by. Please feel free to check out everything in the description box and everything on this channel, all these different tabs that I have. You can check out the t-shirts on Teespring too, and I have masks on Teespring now too. I can't believe they have masks. It's so funny, but they are, you know. And if you have any mask requests, you just let me know what you're interested in. You know, like maybe you have an idea of what you want to wear on your face. I could design it for you. You just let me know, and I put it in the Teespring. Anyway, so you guys, I'm gonna move on to the next. Okay, now we're here with, oh yeah, Little Feather, pile number 2. Let's see what your messages are. We're going to start off with the Enchanted Embrace. What does your person want to say to you? So pile 1 seemed to have a twin flame situation. It just kind of was there. It was just sort of out there. It was a little bit strong. Aw, your person says, I love you. This could be anybody. It could be your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, girlfriend, or it could be that crush that you were thinking about. Like, oh, I like him. I wonder how he feels about me. She says, how wonderful life is with you in the world. That's nice. That's sweet. Let me be your emperor. That sounds nice too. Anything else? That one is not a love lyric. But I guess it just came to me. Most of these were just like love lyrics and some love titles. But that one, do you need more? Do you need more? I wonder what that means. I think that's a sexual connotation. Let's see what that means. What does that mean? We're going to use the Erotic Enchantment to help us out with your needs. Do you need more? What does that mean? Let's see. Ooh, tenderness. Do you need more tenderness, my sweet? Yes, I do. I don't know which pile is mine. I didn't pick a pile. So yeah, maybe he wants to hold you tenderly. You know, he wants you to feel safe with him. So that's nice. Let's see what your let's kind of get a general idea what your situation here is with the tarot. That way that can help you resonate with the reading more, you know, if you see yourself in it. Remember, you're either masculine, feminine, male or female, not necessarily the same. And querent or crosswatcher. So when I say crosswatcher, I'm just like you could be, like, say the situation is a guy and a girl, and normally, 95% of my population, my watchers or viewers are feminine or female. And so cross-watchers generally are the guys. So it could be a guy wondering, what's going on in my woman's life? What's she expecting from me? Ooh, the 5 of Swords. This is my new 5 of Swords card in the in this deck. The holographic deck, and I really like it because of the story that it tells. If you guys are interested in the old version of this deck, check out the flip through. I am giving away my old version, but you have to put your name down and be interested, and the drawing is done at the end of July. Anyway, so the 5 of Swords is definitely like you know, it's called the cheating card in like just a general sense, but there is a story here. You know, it's kind of like a secret affair maybe, or love that can't be fulfilled or requited because of something in the way. So there's these desires or needs or wants or whatever, but yeah, maybe there's more here that somebody needs. You know, these people love each other. It looks like love, right? It looks like love, but it doesn't necessarily look like, you know, a formal relationship. It looks like either a secret relationship or lovers, you know. Then we have the 6 of Cups, which is a kindred spirit. So this is kind of like saying you have a connection that's very unique, you know. You could, it's almost like you complete each other's sentences. You think the same thoughts. You feel the same feelings. You have a nostalgia of your childhood. Like you remember how your childhood is, and you remember lots of, same things. Like you can quote things from movies and TV shows and stuff like that, and songs and whatever. So there's kind of this this real comfort level with this person. It might not be the same person though. You know, one person you feel a sexual attraction to, and another person you just feel a kindred attraction to. So interesting. That's a possibility there. There's also the Eight of Pentacles just talks about, you know, hard at work or whatever. The larger picture here is kind of cool. You should, I don't know if you can look it up, but it's a Waterhouse painting, and over here is just like more windows like this, and there's guys looking in, gawking, and probably trying to get this girl's attention, but she's not paying attention to anything but her work. And so that's kind of what this person is doing, and that could be you. Like, try not to worry, think so hard about this relationship and try to focus more on work. But you do need more, like you need your tenderness. I think we'll stop right there because that's a good place to stop. Let's see what other messages we have. Let's use the love notes. See what else he wants to say. Okay, See, I can't seem to find the right words to say. I say, what else does he need to say? I can't find the right words. My mind and heart are always coming back to you. Tell me what I can do to make things right. Please don't cry or be sad. Yeah. There, you know, maybe you have those moments. Maybe you have to throw yourself into work so you're not so sad about missing them, you know. But maybe they want to hold you, embrace you, and make it all better. That's nice. It's always nice when a guy can act tender, you know, like motherly. I think it's an attractive thing when men can be motherly sometimes. Let's see what your response might be, or the feminine response here, or the alternate response. I need your body. I miss your touch. You are radiant. See? They really do need you. They need you, or you need them. Like, you need more. You need their body. Enough of this spiritual stuff. You need to feel them. You need to feel their touch. You need their arms around you so you can feel safe again. Like you can finally feel like you're complete again. And pulling this out for this reading too. The first reading was alone. You were whole by yourself. This reading is this need to feel encircled and enclosed in your embrace, you know, this complete feeling, feels safe and secure and whole, you know, even though if you're fine by yourself, you know, you're doing fine, you're working, you're fine, but you need that. Let's see what your romance angels have to say. Forgiveness, I thought it was forgiveness. Finances and career. See, this is like the same girl. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now, like putting a lot of focus on finances, maybe to avoid separation, or to avoid feeling alone or whatever. Or maybe there is, you know, the finances is what's making it hard for you guys to be together, you know, whether it's travel or whatever it is else it could be. Let's see about the keepers of the light. What kind of message they might have for you. Keepers of the light. We had one come out in pile one, and if two come out, that's great. Sometimes I'd be really excited to see a twin flame couple come out, but any kind of message is a welcome message. Let's see what. Ooh, I like her very much. She came out in a private reading, and it was so perfect. And actually, Shafira's reading. Shafira, she's one of my Full of Faithers, and it came out for her reading. And I'm like, oh my God, look at this, Shafira. It's almost the same as your name. This is Sacred Self. Unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. All right, so let's see the deeper meaning here for the Shekinah. The Shekinah, she's very special. Okay. So Shekinah is the twin flame of the Holy Spirit. Did the Holy Spirit come out in pile one? I think so. It is the female aspect of God, the God particle or creation energy. Oh, no, that wasn't pile one. It came out some other time, but not in this reading. No, though we had a really, we had Melchizedek. Yeah, so anyway, Shekinah is more about an essence than a being, but has the ability to show herself in ways that we will understand. She is acknowledged in the sacred teachings of Judaism and also called the Sophia of Christ in the Gnostic Gospels. She is a powerful female voice of spirit who is here to bring about equality and to help the world move on from the male-only image of God. She reminds us that God is all-loving and all-accepting. Whenever she appears in a reading, she points out the change-makers, the love creators, and the gift sharers of the world who are here to unite all hearts around the world. So don't feel the need to hold back or dampen your spirit. This is a time to celebrate. There is a feeling of dance and joy around you at this time as you fully recognize your splendor. You are a sacred being who defies gravity every day just by being alive and brings a sense of balance and equality to the world. That's so nice. You have a lot of power, and no wonder, he loves you so much because you're so special. He wants to be your emperor. He wants to give you more, whatever it is that you need. But you're like an entrepreneur type, and you have things that you got to do, and you have to focus on your business and things like that, and yeah, you want this, but you're so focused on other things right now. So that could be your situation. Let's see what your charms have to say about it. All right. Oh, see, I thought you were going to say this. You have Shore and Italy, and you got a lot of Disney people. You've got the mermaid, the Little Mermaid. You've got Belle. You've got Aladdin and the genie. So the Little Mermaid is about, finding her voice, realizing that she doesn't have to give up anything in order to be with somebody. She's good enough just the way she is, even with her fins, Or maybe she wants to have legs. She can find another way, but she doesn't have to sell her voice for it, And then Belle is all about love, pure love, and accepting, like unconditional love, accepting a person for who they are, even if the exterior doesn't always show the best thing. Then there's Aladdin, who, he's trying to find his worth, and same with the Little Mermaid. It's about worth, self-worth, and he's kind of like, thinking that he needs to have, maybe this is really resonating here. He needs to be a prince in order to win your love. That he can't just be a pauper or not have enough money. He has to be rich to win your love. But the genie helps him figure things out, and actually, the way Aladdin really learns about himself is the way he shows his love and his loyalty and his friendship to the genie by giving him his freedom. Then the genie's about 3 wishes, and gaining freedom. So some magical combinations here. You could be very fertile right now, maybe a baby in the future. There's the turtle. Turtle can be slow and steady progress, but it also has to do with the right time, because it's the sea turtle, and the sea turtle decides when to go out to the tide according to high tide or low tide, when it ebbs or when the tide is high, the sea turtle goes out so he can float out into the sea. And then I guess that's how it works. But anyway, the moon affects the tides, and so this is about this, like the circle of life, or the cycle, the turtle cycle. Also, some of it is, just plain going with the flow. Try not to be too controlling about stuff. And then the leaf, like about nature or health and enjoying the outdoors. Something special might be happening on the 30th, and then the fact that you have cafe here, it means you could be going somewhere with somebody, but this could also be a bigger picture about the planet or recycling, or something. There's a rock here being strong and sturdy and stable, but I feel you're sure and happy, so you'll get over these obstacles, whatever they may be. But I think if you have to find your worth, and your worth is not necessarily dependent on finances and career, right? It doesn't necessarily represent who you are. What you do in the world, like your life path and how you give to others, and how you I don't know, express yourself and send your messages or whatever, that symbolizes a little bit more than just sort of a material job. But even your material job can represent who you are. You just have to be authentic. If you're really feeling good about what you do, then keep doing it, because this one is about feeling good in what you're doing. And who's to say that you need to get distracted in a romantic relationship right now? But eventually you might, decide to be in this embrace and enjoy their embrace. All right, well, I hope you like that, you guys. If you like that, feel free to thumbs up and give a comment below. Just big hugs to all my subscribers and members and anybody who's visiting. Thank you so much for coming out and watching the pick a card. And if you have any ideas, let me know. This is the weekly reading, but I do different things throughout the week. I just had a lot of private readings, so I haven't gotten to as many pick a cards as I usually try to do. I used to do one once a day almost, but I just feel like I want to be fresh and new with my ideas. And I have some ideas sometimes, and then I just lately my creativity has been really high about making things. So that's why, I worked really hard in getting this deck together, the holographic version, and making my booklet that goes with it. That's what had been spending so much time on too, is the booklet too. So anyway, so there you go. That's just some things that I love to do. And so I feel like I'm being authentic to myself, but sometimes I also, want to give back to you guys. And so that's what I do also when I do these pick-a cards. But if you're interested in a private reading, check out the description box. At the very bottom is my email address, and you can email me and I'll send out a price list. Alrighty, well, I'm going to move on to the next. Okay, and here's pile number 3, feather number 3, which is kind of like the quill feather. I guess I'm just going to call it quill feather. Little feather, blue feather, little feather, quill feather. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the, oh man, I lost little feather. Where did little feather go? I remember I laid it on top of the cards. It might be in the cards somewhere. Oh, little feather. Okay. Let's just see what your messages are. Oh, there it is. See? Little feather. I was looking for you, little feather. All right. So, for your person, can be anybody. Male, female, masculine, feminine. You could be the Aquarius or the Crosswatcher. Like, you're not actually asking what my person is thinking. You could be the person watching what you make me feel alive. What your Aquarius is asking. Can you feel my love? Oh yeah. Can you feel the love tonight? I want to make love to you. Ooh, very lovey. Very sexy. I'm going to stop there because that sounds good right there. Is a good place to stop. Make love. Let's see, like, what kind of love making are we going to do here? Let's check out the Erotic Enchantment. Let's see. What kind of love making? I just want to make love to you. I could get this tattooed somewhere on me. That's a good idea. The Erotic Enchantment. And it's also a symbol for Enchanted Embrace. I guess I'll put channel stuff on this side. It's really sometimes things I think about. Okay. Well, I could take that one and this one. What this? Oh, I love this one, bonding. Because I like bondage and I like the idea of this, like having this psychic connection. That's kind of what this is, you know. It's like these minds are melded together. You have like this amazing bond, but it also, the side note is that you could be like to actually be tied up. I won't take that one. All right, and let's see. What does tarot have to say about this situation? What does the tarot have to say? We're kind of keeping it light on the messages, but I'll make the tarots talk. We've got 9 of Cups. So look, you're just really amazing all by yourself, you know, whole and beautiful and perfect just as you are. And he just wants, he wants to be near you. And this is also looks kind of like being like in each other's minds. Like you're not speaking to each other. You're just thinking thoughts to each other and like can hear each other through your thoughts. But I feel like, you know, it's almost like if you could read my mind, I would be asking you to marry me or something like that, you know? Yeah. And then this one is King of Swords. So he wants to be your King of Swords. You know, King of Swords is sometimes kind of like about blocks, but it could also just be plain telling the truth, being honest, being direct with you, not mincing any words. You got the Hanged Man. So seeing things, you know, from multiple viewpoints is surrendering, being submissive. I like the surrender aspect of this though. Like it's not it can be a sacrifice sometimes, but the surrender, something somebody said this morning, I think it was Kitty Cat, it was kind of like surrendering to the experience, or maybe it was Melanie. I listened to them both this morning, but it's all about this, you know, it's not like trying to control situations. It's like surrendering to the will of the universe, you know, what they will for you, you know, what God wills for you. Let's see what else your person has to say. What does your person have to say? Oh, why do you still love me after all that I've done? We've had that message a few times. Well, because maybe there's some kind of destiny, but we can ask why. And oh, you're my angel. Yeah. Let's see why you still love them. We're going to say that this is the feminine answering, which could be you, most likely. But also, like I just said, you know, put yourself where you see yourself. Masculine, feminine, male, female, querent, or cross-watcher. You are the song of my soul. See? Why do you still love me? Because you're the song of my soul. How can I not love my own soul? I love you because you love me. I mean, because you are me. You know, we are twins of each other. So this could not be another twin flame situation here. Let's see, anything else? Let's see. Let's go ahead and turn to Enchanted Romance to see what relationship we have here. Why does you still love him after all that he's done? We asked that in pile number 1, and they had a special answer. So let's see what your special answer might be. Why after all this time? Why after all that's happened? Why is this relationship? Wow, it's too many. Oh, it's too many, Spirit. I don't know what to take. Okay. Well, I'm just going to show you what I got, and I'm going to put them back in the pile and shuffle again, and we'll see, okay? Because sometimes when I do that, the same card comes out again. Oh, you got chemistry and heart to heart again. Chemistry came out. Let's try one more time. Come on. Why do you still love him? Why are you together? Oh. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Why are you guys still together? Oh my goodness, some kind of crazy forces have come out for this pile. Alright, I think we're gonna get it now. Shuffling better. Ooh, that one flew up really high. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Well, expressing love, like really expressing love to the full extent. I think I need another one though. That's not really my answer. Yeah, we're getting to know each other. I think Spirit's mad at me. Oh, okay. Now we're getting there, getting somewhere. We got wedding. Maybe y'all are meant to be married. Playfulness, to capture romance and allow inner youthful spirit to shine. There's something sweet and playful. So a lot came out for you guys. A lot that I put back, and that's how it happens sometimes. You know, sometimes I need something more specific, or something. Need the spirit to kind of like zoom in on a different wording or something. So we have expression here. We have getting to know each other. Something about revealing yourselves and expressing love and having a playful nature. And this situation involves marriage. Something kind of mysterious in this situation, but I think you'll figure it out. Let's see if the Keepers of the Light can explain it to us. Let's see who comes out to tell us what's going on in this relationship. Okay. Let's see what Keeper of the Light wants to tell us. Ooh, we got the Divine Director and Paul the Venetian. Two dudes here. And I'm taking both. I haven't talked to them yet. Let's see what they want to say. Paul the Venetian is saying, experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. And the Divine Director is intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you're being guided. Happiness is your purpose. So that's good. No matter what you may be seeing or feeling right now, if you feel there's, no hope, stay focused, because the divine is helping you. They're going to intervene on your behalf to make sure you have the best outcome. Let's see the longer message of Paul, the Venetian. So Paul the Venetian is said to be ascended from Paolo Veronese, a famous artist of the Italian Renaissance. The Venetian refers to the fact that he was connected to Venice, Italy, and it's believed that on his passing in 1588, he had the opportunity to help humanity by sharing a lifelong wisdom. He is the Keeper of the Light who helps us accept our talents and hone our skills so that we can share the beauty of our soul with the world. This looks like a life path kind of thing that maybe you're involved in with your person. So he brings away waves of good energy, grace, and encouragement, and works with all artists, musicians, designers, and anyone else who needs support in channeling their talents. Very nice. I could really use your help, Paul the Venetian. Whatever creative ideas you're having at this time, they are inspired by the divine. Paul the Venetian is here to help you channel your gifts. You may have locked or held back in the past, but now it's time to recognize how talented you really are. Follow your bliss and share your grace. Your creativity is Your creativity is a gift to the world, and as you share it with all those around you, you make space in your heart for goodness to enter. Recognize your gifts today and express your creative self in a way that suits you. Well, that's really nice. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the Divine Director too. All right, so the Divine Director is divine intervention is occurring, so know that you're being guided. Happiness is your purpose. The Divine Director is a facet of the heart of the Creator. According to New Thought teaching, his energy is merged directly with God's divine plan so that we can access it and understand it on a deeper level. What will support our true function, which is to be happy? The Divine Director works directly with angels, and in particular guardian angels, so that they can fulfill their role of supporting the earth and all of her people. Right now, your angels are reminding you that your divine purpose on earth is to remember love and to do what makes you happy. It's an interesting combination of, this artistic talent and humanitarianism plus love and doing what makes you happy, like kind of being really authentic in the things that you want to do. So that's something that I was talking about. I don't know if it was in this pile, but that's kind of been what I've been doing, like trying to focus on things that make me happy. It's good. It's good. So divine intervention is taking place at this time. What is occurring in your life is providing a real learning curve for your soul. You're becoming aware of a sense of purpose in your life. It gives you a sense of joy. It's something that brings you pleasure rather than something you have to work for. Know that your career can complement your purpose, but not define it. See, we had that in pile 2. But the path you are on at this time is right, and the universe is encouraging to move forwards. So exactly similar, like this reading has like elements of pile 1 and pile 2. And if you happen to watch all 3 of them, hello. Like I do that sometimes too. I'll listen to all 3 piles of somebody's, especially like if you're driving somewhere or you have to wait on the line somewhere. Might as well. Sometimes the messages just are soothing and helpful and uplifting, because they come from the divine, they come from angels. So you are an interesting path here. I think this is, the divine creator is saying you've been making some good choices. So trust and have faith in yourself, because you are making good choices. And your career doesn't necessarily always exactly reflect your path, but if your career brings you joy, then that is a good thing, that you're in the right place. If it distracts from everything that makes you happy and you dread doing the work you're doing, then that might not be such a good idea. So maybe you have to rethink that. But I kind of feel like you've got the idea here, because these 2 cards are sort of suggesting you're on the right path. All right, let's see what your terms have to say. Okay, well, cherry. C for cherry got stuck on my nail. C is for cookie. It's good enough for me. All right, let's see what we got. 2 marbles. The marbles represent planets. And the yellow marble I have designated to represent Mercury. And the orange marble I have designated for Jupiter. So there's good communication and good luck here. Wow, you got singing and kissing and love. So there's a lot of music in your situation. So maybe that's what this is about. And you have China and the USA. And you've got cameras, so it could be photos, photography. You could be a photographer, or you could be a photo manipulator or digital person, or this could also represent Zoom dates and FaceTime and things like that. You have happy. See, you're supposed to be happy and love what you do, even if it's singing or whatever, You've got more music here. You have the happy home. This could be your home. You could be like an entrepreneur and work from home, home-based business. This could also represent a meeting place with your person. You have the bowler cap, which I think represents sort of like a past life connection. You have fairy whispers and fairy magic. A lot of fairies here. Oh my gosh, so many fairies. And you also have the dragonfly, which kind of looks like a fairy too from a distance, right? The dragonfly to me usually represents whispers from spirit, from ancestors. You got great ideas going on here. This like looks really like my reading because a lot of fairy energy and a lot of like creativity, right? Music and photography and ideas and singing and kissing and happy and love. Some more kissing over here and energy and the letter C. And the sun is like more happiness, clarity, success, prosperity, health with the tree of life, and peace, and more dragonflies. So like your ancestors are really here guiding you, like really nearby all the time. Whenever you get sad, just turn to Saint Dymphna and she will heal your sore heart, you know. You got St. Thomas too. And this thread, this is kind of like my red thread, even though it's not red. I might just have to paint it. I'm going to put it to the side and paint it. But the red thread is just kind of like a bond, you know, that can't be broken. It's your bond. It's feeling so psychically connected, so specially connected, but also a little bit of could be kinky play too. You could be having a date under a chandelier, someplace fancy or nice, or this could just talk about a beautiful place that you might visit. This fairy is an earring that Mystic Mountain sent to me. This doesn't have its match, and I call this the fairy that finds her match. And you have Tinkerbell, who is all about my channel because I'm all about faith, trust, and pixie dust, and she delivers the pixie dust. She's the magic in the picture. And this fairy is a little bit different. She's like a whispering fairy. She's a little bit more like the dragonflies. Oh yeah, and she's like looking at stuff. She's not actually whispering. She's just kind of like, she's like the curious fairy. She's just watching things. She might be watching the bugs and things. So watch like the little creatures. I think sometimes watching bugs, watching the little things can give us clues and stuff. So it's an interesting, a little magical kind of reading here. This is a great connection, and what this connection was harder to figure out, right? Why you guys together? But I think in a bigger picture, they probably are part of your path, and you have a great creative path that lies ahead for you. You know, like so much going on for you, and you're headed in the right direction. You're doing really, really good. So yeah, so you got the song here, the song of my soul, and it was the pink cards that said it. So interesting. You know, I feel like that could be a big thing here. I like his rose too. It's very sweet. Something very mystical and magical about this. Please comment below if you get some special vibes from this pile number 3 that I didn't pick up on, or like can express it in words better than I can, because I feel something kind of unique about this pile. So let me know, and thumbs up please. And if you're new to the channel, please feel free to subscribe, push that little bell for notifications, and check out everything in my channel, like all the different pages and playlists and community page. I post things there a lot. A lot of times I get channeled messages out of the blue from your divine, and usually it's in songs. See, it's in songs. Music speaks to me a lot, and I'll post it there so you can know what they're. But that's why I created these cards, because that's kind of my language. You know, that's part of my soul is music, and so that's something that you might see there. Now I'm totally rambling. Anyway, hello all my members. I just want to shout out Amira, Lupe, Priyank, Cheryl, Nina, Shafir, Courtney, Elena, Mary Joy, Brian, Ariella, Curly Girl, and Jessica Johnson. Thank you, girls and guys. And if you are a member and I didn't shout you out, just let me know, and I'll remember. July's kind of nearing its end, so if you have if you want a reading, those of you who are members, get your reading in before July's over. And Amira's, you know, she's in my queue there. She'll be the next on the list. And Mira's gonna send me a present. I can't wait to share with you guys. So, oh yeah, speaking of presents, thank you so much for all your generosity, all of you beautiful sparkles of light who send me things. You don't know how much it means to me and how it just like fills me with joy, and I really appreciate it. And thank you so much. And faith, trust, and pixie dust.